Welcome to Hangouts Meet. Enter the meeting pin followed by the pound key. That pin doesn't match a meeting that's ready to start soon. Enter the meeting pin followed by the pound key. You are joining a call with two other people. Welcome to Hangouts Meet. Enter the meeting pin followed by the pound key.
Hey everybody, this is Robert and Bruce here.
Hi, Robert.
Hello. So, can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think hopefully everyone else can hear me on the microphone. I know some others may not have dialed in. So we can go ahead and get started. So today's webinar is going to be over using technology to create driver incentive programs, manage risk, and coach drivers. And again, my name is Robert with Gentrify GPS, and we are also an authorized reseller with Omnitrax, the market leader of ELD technology. So that's kind of who we are and what we do. So I'll go ahead and jump into it. Driver incentive programs. There's many different types of programs, and we'll get into some of them a little deeper here in a bit. So reward catalogs, right? If you want to incentivize your drivers, you could put together a catalog of gifts like a watch, a TV. It could be a pocket knife, right? Anything. Healthy lifestyle planning. So rewarding drivers for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. If drivers have a healthy lifestyle, you have a healthy company, right? Performance incentives. So incentives based off of driving behavior, right, and driving performance. Monetary incentives. So giving drivers monetary or money based upon certain metrics, right? Accidents per mile driven. So giving drivers incentives for not having many accidents, right? Or not being in any accident-related incidents. Violations, right? So HOS, safety, health hazard violations. You can incentivize drivers for not receiving many violations, right? Vacation days. So not really an example of a program, but you could reward drivers with vacation days. Vacation days for having good driving behavior or healthy lifestyle, or not many accidents or not many violations, right? So here we can go into some intentions versus outcomes, right? And also I'll say OSHA. You want to pay attention to the OSHA guidelines on driver incentives. I know that there are rules against incentivizing drivers to not report injuries, or incentivizing drivers to not come in and report certain events, right? So OSHA pays a real close attention to incentives that to company incentive programs and which incentives they feel are safe for the drivers, right? So we're going to go into some intentions versus outcome for incentives. So here's an example of a positive intention for an incentive. So it's a monetary incentive for drivers that have no reported injuries. So giving drivers an incentive, if they don't get into accidents, right? So although this incentive does have a positive intention, it can have a negative outcome, which drivers, if you do say, hey, you guys, we're going to give you a quarterly bonus or an annual bonus if you don't have many accidents, right? What can begin to happen is drivers begin to not report minor injuries. So if they get a little stub on their finger, right, or minor first aids, they won't report to you, and they call this the bloody pocket syndrome, right? So a driver is more likely to, tuck away or stick his hand in his pocket, so to speak, right? If he knows that he's going to be incentivized for not getting into any of these, not getting into an accident, right, or an injury, not getting an injury. So intention versus outcome. Here's another example. So positive intention, a monetary incentive for completing 2 training courses, a report, and behavioral observations. Right, so this intention can have 2 different outcomes. It can have a positive outcome, which would be increased quality reporting. So you're getting more drivers turning in behavioral observations, or more drivers completing training courses, or more drivers submitting reports. But there can be a negative outcome, which is increased reporting, but of no value. Right, so drivers turning in reports just to receive their incentive. Right, so, and these are examples of using monetary incentive. So here you can see this is actually an example of how we would use technology to create an incentive program. Now you could do rewards, vacation days, monetary incentive, any type of incentive, but you're going to do it off of behavior-based actions, right? So on this screen here, you can see we're keeping track of performance, right? And again, like I said previously, we work together with Omnitrax, and we're a partner, a gold certified reseller, and we help distribute and sell their products. So here you can see they have an application feature called performance monitoring, right? And you can keep track of things like fuel efficiency, driving fuel efficiency, moving fuel efficiency, fuel gallons, idling, extended idle, revving, time in top gear, right? And you can actually sort these reports and get a driver scorecard, right? And look at, okay, who's my top performing driver? Which driver is being the most fuel efficient, right? Which driver is idling the most? Which driver is speeding the most, right? So you can look at this data to help you create, behavioral-based incentive programs, right? To help trend your drivers towards a better, driving record, right? So celebrating success and recognition. Another way to help encourage your drivers and create a safe culture where drivers want to perform good for you. You want to celebrate and recognize them. So you can do this at a team level, and you can do it at an individual level, right? So during these meetings, you can give rewards like trophies, prizes, driver appreciation events, right? Get everybody working together, right, and create a safe culture where drivers want to work with you. So manage risk. Manage risk. Couple different ways that you can do this. So through the use of tools and technology, training and maintenance. So helping develop training programs and putting your drivers through training programs, and an active and diligent maintenance on your fleet of vehicles can help to reduce risk, right? And I'm actually going to go real quick, jump into so this is Omnitrax, has an application feature called critical event reporting. So what this is anytime there's an event like stability control, hard braking, right? Any type of event, right? That a vehicle could be in, a quick acceleration, quick deceleration, an actual incident, right? Omnitrax can actually record this footage for you, and what this so this kind of ties into tools and technology, allowing you to manage risk. So if you have that video evidence, proving your driver's innocence, or proving that it wasn't your company at fault, right? God forbid if you do get into an incident, right? Can be very beneficial and help to reduce your risk. So safety activities and motivators. So this ties into reducing risk. So safety training hours, quality observations, behavioral safety activities. You want to encourage. You want to go get a lot of companies. I think that they have a disconnect between upper level management and drivers. You really want to sit down and get to know your drivers and encourage their inner passions and their inner potential. Because what they're there at your company, they're there. Their potential, reaches farther than just the responsibilities at their job, right? So you want to tap into that passion and those belief systems, and bring it out of your employee, and think maybe, hey, I could have this driver maybe train other drivers, or put them in a role or responsibility where they can be happier and they can make a bigger difference. Coaching driver behavior. So ways that you can coach driving behavior. Driver scorecards, right? So looking at the data, we just took a look at in-cab coaching. So if you do find a driver on your team that's successful, you could put him as a team driver with maybe one of your less successful drivers, and he could help to do some in-cab coaching. Camera-based systems. Obviously, you can look at video evidence and video footage to determine and analyze events that occurred, and take the appropriate measures, right, with your team to encourage better driving behavior and prevent future safety-related events. So positive reinforcement. Again, when your driver does do a good job, you need to let them know that they did do a good job, and that you appreciate them, right? So that completes, a little shorter than I know was on the calendar, but that completes today's webinar. Again, my name is Robert with Gentrify GPS, and feel free to call us or email us, and let us know if you have any questions or want to talk in greater detail about your company, and ask us what we think we could do, or how we could help you to make your company safer, and set up some incentive programs and help you manage your risk. So again, thank you very much. This is Robert with Gentrify GPS. Thanks.
Good job. Is it over?